Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, you look so pretty today.
Oh, goodness. I don't know what happened. Maybe some, I don't know, new blush I got.
I like the lipstick.
Thank you. How's it going? How's your morning going?
Good.
Thank you this morning for sending that over to me. I got your video.
Oh my God, that was so powerful. And I was like, Lisa, she might really enjoy this.
I appreciate that. I have a friend who does something somewhat similar. And it's awesome. She's just feeling so calm, you know? Good morning, Margaret.
Good morning. How are you today?
It's good.
You look well.
Oh, you too. We never see you in the morning.
I know.
I know, and I really need to make an effort. I really do. So today I made that effort.
Good. Awesome.
Next Monday, Lisa.
Next Monday? Okay. So, did you guys check out that, I'm trying to get that Facebook site. I finally put a few things up there. It's
Yes,
Lisa
it's
Axios Tips and Scripts, and I just put a few scripts up there, and I thought maybe I might be able to share the screen that way. Select a one.
Congratulations on your listings. You've got a couple new listings.
Oh, I know. We were
Awesome.
lucky. I'll tell you, it's one of them was Rick was the listing agent for this couple on 66 Longwood in Quincy years ago. And they said, you're the first person that, came to our mind is to call you. And, he was on the opposite side. They were the buyers. So
Oh, wow.
that was a really good call. Yeah, so we have from my sphere, we got one in Braintree, and then somebody else who was kind of trying to do it on their own finally gave up and said, here, you guys take it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Was that
Nice.
a FISBO or someone from your sphere?
Someone from our sphere who was trying to do it on their own. So yeah, that one is Edison Park. It looks like it's really nice. He redid the whole thing, and he, basically wanted a really high number, and then he got frustrated and he found something else he wants to purchase. So, in order for him to purchase, he's got to sell that. So,
Looks good.
but I'll tell you, I'm looking back, like I keep looking at the pipeline. Do you guys write down people in your pipeline? Like,
Yes, I do.
Like I'm going to show you. I write it big.
Yeah.
So, like, I get the big paper like this because then it stays in my face. That one's kind of new, and then this one's a little bit older, but we try to put down, the name and the phone number, their buyer or seller, and then you can go through. These are sticky too. You can probably go right on Amazon, and you can stick them. They're like huge Post-it notes. You can like stick them like
Nice.
that. And it's right
in front of you. Yeah.
And honestly, the more you look at it, all of a sudden, you call those people because sometimes you forget. You put it in a little, like a pipeline. Everybody's different. I mean, I feel like because I'm older, I need to have paper. I mean, if I put it on a spreadsheet in my, pipeline, I just don't find that I look at it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm messy. I'm kind of messy, but the good part about it is we can cross off. This one might be kind of old, and River Street, that's coming on now, and I can't remember when we put this one in. And this one just sold last week.
Nice.
So, and this one is under agreement. So it's kind of funny, but they've been sitting there for a long time. So they're not some of them are not new listings, but I would totally go online and go to like Amazon and try to get those for yourself if that helps you. Then I end up calling them. So,
Yes, so there was this one woman, she was telling us that she had a $1.5 million listing, and this was last year, and she wanted and the guy wanted to take it off the market. She goes, I'm going to take it off the market for the holidays. And what she did was she made that address her new, so every time she signed on to her computer, she needed to log in and use that address.
Ooh.
So she kept that, so it was continuously, like, even though she, she kept up with them, how you guys doing? Here's the latest data, blah, blah, blah. She needed daily. She said, this helps so much. And boom, they called and they said, we're ready to, relist it again after the holidays. So
That's interesting. I have one that came off the market. It'll be off today. And we couldn't sell it. Margaret, you were there. It's 117 Halstead Drive. Never sold. Had one offer. I should probably, I'm taking it off today. And, she has some changes in her work as well. So she says she'll, get back to me, but when it's time, but I should try that to see it. Maybe it's something, that it sticks in your head and you can check in once a month or whatever.
Yeah, definitely check in once a month and all that and give her all the good stuff. But yeah, every day for you to log into your computer, that's going to be the address that you have to put in. And that way, she said, it's constantly, then you're giving all this energy that I every day, I want this listing, if I want this listing, I get this listing. Yeah, I thought it was, what a great idea.
That's a really good idea. I mean, we could all do that with somebody who's that we want to get that listing.
Right. And you're putting that energy out every day.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. I'm going to do that.
I did
Welcome,
that last
Brian.
week. I said, I want a listing today, and I did get a call, and I'm selling my brother's house.
Awesome.
I haven't listed it yet. It's going to be listed hopefully the first week of June. We're just doing a ton of work on it.
Where is it? Where is it?
It's in Billerica, totally different way.
That's okay.
Yeah, but he had been talking about it for a few years, and I reached out to him about a week or so ago, and then I did say to myself, I need a listing today. And he called me. So it is to see it true that, what you put out there
comes back. I totally get that. I believe that too. So I know that we have, I don't know if anybody checked out that page. I put up a just sold, just listed, and expired script and an objection handler. Brian, are you on Facebook? I can't hear you. You're muted. You're muted. Can I unmute you? Maybe I can unmute. I unmuted you. Okay. I don't know. Are you on Facebook?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Can you go in and go to Lisa Axios scripts and tips? And I think there's like 3 different questions. I don't know.
No, that's not on the 735 group, right? That this is something specific.
No.
Okay. Yeah. You want to do that right now, or?
Yeah, if you can, because there's some scripts on there, and I think if we use them, whether it is, you can put them on your phone, and you can read off your phone while you're on your computer.
I saw. So in the last 2 days, I got a few off of the 7035 group, and I went to the Mike Ferry website, and I found some great stuff there.
Oh, good, good.
So now I'm gonna go to the one that you just mentioned.
Yeah, I just did a few. I just started it, so.
Oh, that's right. We talked about that last time on Monday. You said
it's a little raw. So Brian, what I was doing right behind me, everybody should start doing these. Write up your lead sheets. These are like, Post-it notes, large ones.
Okay.
Put the people that are, that may be looking to buy or sell, put them up so you're always keeping them top of mind.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also in this, on that Facebook page, a memory jogger for people that you may not be thinking about. So, just tells you, like you say, okay, my optometrist or my dentist or the mailman, people that you should reach out to and try to get their information so you can put them somewhere. And if they seem like, oh yeah, we're thinking about selling in 6 months or whatever, you put them on something really big in your face. But otherwise, put them in your command.
Okay.
So I know we're here for scripts, so we should start doing some scripts and do like a, everybody do a script. And what do you guys feel good about doing?
Maybe just a care call, check in, seeing how they're doing. Or actually, I sent someone a CMA about a week or two ago, and I haven't heard from them.
Okay,
So maybe a follow-up on that.
so when you call again, have you done a pre-qual with them?
Yes, I did. I know them. They're my neighbors.
Mhm.
And I know that he had gotten sick, so he's been sick, but I did send him the CMA and have reached out to him a couple of times. But I didn't want to sound too pushy.
You're
but I
coming
know
from
his-
care. Don't worry,
Yes.
you're coming from a place of caring, so, don't get in your head about that.
Yeah. And
Just say, yeah, I'm checking on you and make sure you're feeling well. And if you have the pre-qual, I mean, you've been in the house and everything?
yes.
Excellent, awesome. So, yeah, I mean, you gotta check in and see where they're at and let them know exactly what's going on in the neighborhood. If you have their email, set them up on a drip for your particular zip code, like as if they were a buyer, so they know what's happening every day.
Okay, as a buyer.
So if does anybody have anything how about a bought or sold script?
Yeah, I don't have any buy or sold on me. I literally just printed them yesterday, and so I was gonna actually start practicing maybe tomorrow or start like
How about
tomorrow.
you practice now with us, Brian?
Well, right. So I think for now though, if I can find a script, then I can
Do you have one right now in front of you at all?
The only ones that I have on me, I have some Mike Ferry ones, but let me just flip through because I know this part of it's if people are like being objection
Objection handlers?
But let me just see if there's like some nice long ones. We don't want to list at a price that will get it sold in 1 week. Okay, so
What we need to do is, I think we need to make appointments because, we all want appointments. So if you can find a script that's either just list, just sold, or even a care call, because if we get to the objections, that's good, but I think we still need to get to do you have an expired script there?
I'm flipping through. I think I actually saw some good ones when I was on the group page. If I can just maybe go there real quick and pull one up.
Sure.
Hold on, give me 1 second.
Oop.
Lisa, may I ask you a question?
Mhm.
Remember you said for going around the neighborhood of where you're listing a property, and you had said that you got those doorknob hangers from, can you give me that contact person?
Sure, it's Andrea Esker.
Andrea.
And, did I do that right in the chat? American Home HS. I'll try to find her number and share that, but
Please.
American Home Service, Andrea Esker is the person that you want to call and get those from.
Okay, I can look that up. Thank you.
She's awesome. She'll give you tips too. She used to be a realtor.
Okay.
So Brian, did you find anything that we can go around with? We'll have you do the first script and then we're going to do like a round robin and everyone is going to do a script.
I'm sorry. I'm
Don't worry about it. We'll start with someone else. Who's got one?
I got one.
All right, let's go.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, just sold.
Just sold. Excellent.
Are we doing with partners or just reading it?
You know what? Why don't we just go around, everybody just read their script out.
Okay. All right, hi, my name is Chris with Keller Williams. I recently sold a house in your area over on Home Street, and it has 3 bedrooms and 2 baths. It sold for $400,000. We know that when someone sells a home, usually 2 or more sell right away. So I was wondering, do you plan on moving? Terrific. How long have you lived at your current home? Great. So, where did you move from? Good for you. And how did you happen to pick this area? Oh, excellent. If you were to move, where would you go next? That's exciting. And when would that be? Fantastic. Obviously, you realize it could take 1 to 3 months, in this market anyway, to get a home sold. Did you know that? Terrific. So my question is, do you have to be sold in a month, or do you want to start selling in a year as you were planning? Fortunately, to get you one step closer to House Street, all we need to do now is simply set an appointment. So I can help you get what you want in the time you want. Won't that be great? Fantastic. Which would be better for you, Monday or Tuesday at 4 p.m.? And that's
Excellent. Pretty soon after you get that house under agreement and sold, you'll be doing that one like crazy around the new listing or the new buyer you got.
Yeah, I noticed that neighborhood is pretty hot with, they seem to sell, there's a quick turnover, it seems, in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go after that. But I modified that a little bit so it's more conducive to the way I speak and not the way the script speaks.
But I think in script practice, let's try to stick as much as we can unless we feel really weird about it. But if we try to stick as close as possible and then modify it later. So this is the same script right here that you guys can see, right? Can you see this on your screen?
I do.
Yes.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
So here we can use it like this. So I'm trying to figure out, if we can use this group for us, and we can pull up scripts, and then we can all see them and we can do them and listen to each other and try to pick up tips, right? So Brian, do you want to try reading this?
The just sold script?
Yes, and one of the things you'll see here is, if you take bold, when you see the dots, in bold, we actually used to clap like 1, 2, 3. And the reason was you kind of have to give a pause before the next word. So if you can kind of pause during those times when you see, like, we know when someone sells a home, usually 2 more sell right away.
Okay.
So I was wondering, you kind of slow your voice down, let it really sink into somebody. So that's what those little dots are.
Okay. And to fill in the blanks, you want me to just kind of ad lib like what, it could be?
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll start now?
Sure.
Okay. Hello. Hi, this is Brian with Keller Williams. My company recently sold a home in your area over on Edison Avenue. It has 3 bedrooms and 2 baths, and it sold for $450,000. We know when someone sells a home, usually 2 more sell right away. So I was wondering, when do you plan on moving? Terrific. How long have you lived at this address? 10 years? Great. Where did you move from? Oh, LA. Good for you. How did you happen to pick this area? Oh, it was a job transfer. Well, that's excellent. If you were to move, where would you go next? Okay, back to LA. Well, that's exciting. And when would that be? Okay, 3 months. Fantastic. Okay, is that good so far?
So far, so good. Yeah, it's nice and smooth.
Okay, so only go forward if they say 3 months or less. So I'll just continue. Let me just scroll down so I can do this.
Yeah.
Hold on, sorry, move my mouse.
Is it not moving? Is it me? Do
You
you
know,
want
I
me to move
think
this up? Did that work?
Oh, hold on. Yep, that's better. Okay. All right. Obviously, you realize it could take 1 to 3 months in this market to get a home sold. Did you know that? Okay, well, terrific. So my question is, do you have to be sold in 1 month? Or do you want to start selling at that time? Sold. Okay, wonderful. Fortunately, to get you one step closer to LA, all we need to do now is simply set up an appointment. So could I help you get what you want in the time you want? Would that be great? Fantastic. Which would be better for you? Monday or Tuesday at 4 p.m.?
Awesome.
Maybe a little bit more, maybe too much of a pause.
No, you know what? I find that it's really hard to pause. I find it's very difficult. So even if you exaggerate it here,
Yeah.
once
okay.
when you're in front of someone, it's sometimes you get nervous and you tend to talk too much, or too
Yeah.
quickly. And
Yeah, I was
they
gonna
go,
say
"Whoa."
also there's also like kind of a cadence when you're having a conversation. And so I think that
Right.
can change the speed of your pauses.
And also with scripts, they say that, the part of that role play as well is if someone's a fast talker, you don't want to be really slow. If someone's a slow talker, you don't want to be really fast. So you have to try to match them. If they cross their arms, you almost want to make your body language change with the script. It's not just the script, it's also if you're in front of somebody to they cross their legs or they lean forward in a more relaxed, position, you should get a little more relaxed.
I have a question for feedback. I've been told I'm relatively soft-spoken. When I was reading it to you, were you able to hear me? Was my voice loud enough?
I thought it was very good, actually.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I thought he did very well.
Okay, well,
Mhm.
thanks. I just want to make sure that.
Thought it sounded good too.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was smooth. It was
Okay.
really good.
Thanks.
You sounded like you read it before. So,
Yeah. Actually, so I was able to get on that site, and I did find a for sale by owner script. I have it on my phone,
okay.
but
Do you want to jump on that and we'll have somebody be the owner for a sec, and then we'll go into everybody getting into a script.
okay. Do you want to maybe try and pull it up? It was on the 735, or I can just read it from my phone. If it's maybe
Why don't you read it from your phone, and maybe Margaret could be a homeowner and be very short with the
Oh,
answers,
okay.
be
Okay, sounds
very
good.
agreeable. Would that be okay with you, Margaret?
Sure, you want me to be agreeable?
Just like, yeah, very just kind of walk him through it, because I don't know what he has, but you can
Okay.
act like you're a homeowner, but
Okay,
I want to go so everybody has a chance today.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Good morning. This is Brian from Keller Williams Realty. How are you today?
Oh, hi, Brian. I'm fine, thank you. What can I
Great.
do for you?
Well, I'm calling to check, is your home, is it still available for sale?
Well, we took it off the market. What is your call about?
Well, I was calling just to confirm.
Just stick to your script, no matter what she says.
Okay.
Just stick, say exactly what you see there.
Okay. Okay. I just want to confirm, how much are you asking for the property that you had on that you? Yeah. Okay.
I'd like to get about 600,000.
Okay. As a professional realtor, I endeavor to keep current with information on all the properties on the market in the area for my clients. If possible, I would greatly appreciate the opportunity to preview your property. Would you have a convenient time for today or tomorrow for me to quickly stop by?
Tomorrow would be better.
Okay, great. Okay, that's the end of that.
Okay. That's a for sale by owner. And right now there are some for sale by owners going to be coming on, especially our late spring market. So we have to grab them. And even you don't want to ask for the appointment for the listing the first time you do that. So you do want to walk in as a preview and say that you want to add it to your list of available homes, because it may not be on multiple listing.
Mhm.
So I usually walk in with a clipboard and take notes as if, just like, oh, okay, how many bathrooms, and just kind of walk around like it's I want to make sure my buyers know what's going on. So They'll
Would
look
you
a
maybe
lot-
ask to take photographs at that point?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. So who's going to do the next one?
Do you have a script for selling in the neighborhood? Like door knocking?
Not on here.
Okay,
But what about the just listed for you? Because you're going to be listing that house in Billerica and you
True.
can, and then you're
Yeah.
going to call everybody around on the same street.
okay, I can do that.
Can everybody see that?
I can see it.
Yep, I see that right here.
Okay.
Shall I start then?
Yeah.
Hi, this is Margaret with Keller Williams. I just listed a home for sale over on Arkelian Drive, and it has 3 bedrooms and 2 baths, and it's listed at $389. Too fast. And I was wondering, who do you know that would like to move into your area? No one? Fantastic. No one. Fantastic. I appreciate you taking the time to think about it. Tell me, when do you plan on moving? Terrific. How long have you lived at this address? Wow, great. And where did you move from? Good for you. How did you happen to pick this area? A job transfer, excellent. And if you were to move, where would you go next? That's exciting. And when would that be? Fantastic. Obviously, you realize it could take 1 to 3 months in this market to get a home sold. Did you know that? No. Terrific. So my question is, do you have to be sold in 1 month? Or do you want to start selling at that time? Wonderful. Fortunately, to get 1 step closer to Los Angeles, all we need to do now is simply set an appointment. So I can get you what you want in the time you want. Won't that be great? Fantastic. Which would be better for you? Monday or Tuesday at 4 p.m.?
Excellent.
Is that okay?
Yeah, it's pretty simple. And you know, when you go and you say these things, sometimes, let's say people are annoyed right away when you go, hi, this is, you know, Lisa with Keller Williams. Sometimes I'll start my phone call with, I just wanted you to be the first to know. I just listed a house. So you may want to say, you know, hi, I just wanted you to be the very first one to know. I just listed a house on 123 Main Street. Because sometimes it just catches their attention and they stay on the phone a little bit. So you can maybe write that down and use that. I wanted you to be the first to know. People
Okay.
don't hang up with that. And, you know, let's say the, you know, if it's, I appreciate you telling me that. When did you plan on moving? How long have you lived here? If you were to move, when would that be? So it says only go forward if they say 3 months or less. There are also some other things you can say. Well, if you could get the price that you want, and you know, the price that you wanted for your house, would you move? You know, like sometimes people have a bottom line. You know, they'll be like, well, if I could get 600,000, I'll move. Great. Why don't I come over and take a look at your home and see what we can do about that? So those will be transitioning, but you want to get these down really good, and then we'll transition into those that'll make it a little better. Tasia, are you still here?
I am.
Okay, I just can't see you, and I don't know, because I think because you're on the side.
Your
there
son called
something-
me early.
What's that?
Your son called me early. We do script
Oh.
practices at 9 on Wednesday. That's
Oh,
what
okay.
So now I'm calling him back at 9:30, so we're good.
Oh, okay. I know we always kind of run a little late. So which one would you feel is more comfortable for you to do right now? Or which one do you need? Or is there something else that we can help you with? You're pretty good with expireds, aren't you?
Yeah, let me do this one expired over the phone. Yeah, it seems like I'm comfortable with expireds.
You know, and everybody should be. You know why? They hired an agent before. They're not trying to sell it on their own. They're out there like, you know, I wanted to sell my house. I hired an agent because I want somebody else to do it for me. So let's not be afraid of these people. They need us.
Okay. Okay. Hi, I'm looking for Lisa. Hi, Lisa. My name is Tasia with Keller Williams. I'm sure you figured out your home came up on the computer as an expired listing. And I was calling to see, when do you plan on interviewing the right agent for the job of selling your home?
I'll fill in the words so it makes it nice and easy. Never.
Really? So if you sold this home, where would you go next?
LA.
That's exciting. How soon do you want to be there?
Already.
Oh, ouch. Lisa, what do you think stopped your home from selling?
The agent.
Oh, really? How did you happen to pick the last agent you listed with?
Well, it was a referral.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Great. What did that agent do that you liked the best?
Nothing.
Ooh, ouch. What do you feel they should have done?
Sold my house.
Really? Yes. What will you expect from your next agent you choose?
Sell my house.
Terrific. Have you already chosen an agent to work with?
No.
Wonderful. I would like to apply for the job of selling your home. Are you familiar with the techniques I use to sell homes?
No.
Okay, you're kidding. What would be the best time to show you? Monday at 3 or Tuesday at 4?
It's a really good script, isn't it?
It is.
You guys agree? It's very easy. It's like one of those scripts that, you know, I mean, you're going to get people hanging up on you. They're going to say, I already put it back on the market. And, but if you make enough of those calls, you're going to get somebody who's going to say, okay, come on over. And then, you know, I think that this is one of the ones, people who, if you can find some expireds from last fall, you can use this same exact thing for sale by owners as well. Last fall, when people took it off the market and decided they're going to come on in the spring, but spring market freaked them out with the pandemic, they still haven't gone on the market yet. So go backwards, go even into, you know, Zillow, Make Me Move, or, you know, for sale by owners, and use this script. So if you don't have expireds, an easy way to find some of them, it might be on Zillow. I called someone the other day, left a message. She called me back. It's, you know, for sale by owner. And she was on before, thinks the pandemic is keeping her from selling, but basically it's just because she's trying to do it herself. It's not happening. Anybody else want to do expired one before we go? Or something else? What about if you go back, if you go to this one here, when people say, well, should I put my house on the market? Does somebody want to read this one?
I'll read it.
Okay.
I believe that now is the time to put your home on the market. We have a captive audience that has nothing to do but look at your property online every day. By the time we are no longer in quarantine, buyers will be chomping at the bit to get into your home, while other sellers are just getting prepared. Mr. Seller, we will likely have your home under contract at a higher price before the other sellers have had time to go to the market. Due to the quarantine, a lot of sellers are hesitant, which is great for you. We anticipate a lot of homes being put on the market when the quarantine is lifted, which will mean a lot more competition and likely lower prices. If your concern is days on the market, the world is on lockdown and buyers understand homes are more challenging to sell over the quarantine period, which means days on the market are. And
You could just stop at anticipated. I mean.
Oh, that's all I can see.
Yeah, okay.
Are anticipated.
I don't know about that. New York has halted days on market. Hopefully we'll follow. I don't think we need that part. We could kind of lose that. But, you know, people are going to ask you that question because they still are nervous. Anybody have a question or want to go over a script?
I had a question. In terms of finding the expired ones, how do you,
Mhm.
can you just Google that? Can you just put Google for expired, or how do you find that?
I pay for a subscription. So what
Okay.
I would suggest to you, my sons are just getting into the business, and they called like RedX and I think Arch Agent, and they asked them for a free trial. So what I would do is, if you get that free trial, download as many as you can, and try to go back a little bit, not just today's expireds, but go backwards a little bit if you can put in old dates, and print those off or download them or whatever.
Okay, so RedX and Arch Agent are two companies that have those expired listings.
Yeah, there's Land Voice is another one. And if you don't have the subscription, they'll give you a trial. And if you're going to use it, it will work for you. If you're not going to use it, you're wasting your money.
Okay, good to know.
And don't use the for sale by owner one. You can use, because I find I never subscribe to the for sale by owner one because it's a lot more expensive, and I don't find I get as much back from that. So I just do expired.
Okay,
But take whatever they can, we'll give you for free.
okay.
Another
Yeah,
thing everybody
great
should
idea.
know. I'm
That's
sorry?
a great idea, Lisa. I was saying that that's a really great idea. He can do like 1 week for maybe 3 or 4 different ones, and he can compare and see which
Yeah.
one, Brian, it works better for you. So it's Redix, it's Vulcan 7 is one that a lot of people use.
Oh,
How do you
yeah.
spell that? Volk? How do you spell that one? The V one?
Vulcan 7, VUL, Vulcan, CAN.
Okay.
So those are the top ones. So Lisa said Land Voice. I would call them all and just do
Yeah.
every week.
Do
call
one
it
a week.
one.
Yeah, call each one and use them up for a little bit, each one over some time, so you don't have to spend any money. Because everybody on the call here, we have to be lean and mean with our business. You know, this is important. You know, whatever you can get and use for free, use it. You know, there's some things that are totally worth paying for, but with Command, we don't need to spend a lot of money. And with, you can check out all those like Vulcan, Land Voice, and see which one's the most, they pretty much give you the same data, but which one works best for you is, and then check your prices.
I have a
What was the
question.
first one? I'm sorry.
Arch Agent
RedX?
or RedX, yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
I had a question. Just being new and kind of trying to navigate. I was just curious what people's thoughts on emails, and if that's maybe a possible good idea, and if so, like, how do you get a hold? What's maybe a way to get a hold of maybe people's emails that they typically use?
You can probably, like if you have a Facebook, they usually have emails, but I'll tell you, a lot of them are not good. And with some of the Arch Agent, you'll get an email. I don't really trust them because they're old. I know mine on like my Facebook site, I don't know the last time I even opened that. I don't even know if it exists.
Okay.
So the other thing is emails are very passive.
Right.
If you're sending out emails, they're not real. You're not face to face. You're not, speaking to someone, and you're not going to get as much effectiveness. You do give a whole bunch out, but I feel like the one-on-one, just see this thing here, developing a center of influence.
Mm-hmm.
Teachers, optometrists, this is supposed to somebody you golf with, or someone at the supermarket, hair care, handyman, hardware, investments, pools, where you buy your wine, whatever it is. This will you write down a name next to each of these people, and then try to reach out and maybe talk to somebody who you're like, oh yeah, you know what? I go to that spa and I get a manicure. I'm going to call that person, or next time I get a manicure, I'm going to ask, can I get your address and get your information? Your roofer, maybe you know somebody that you refer as a roofer. What if you say to him, hey, I'm in real estate. I know of a lot of clients that are probably going to need roofers. Can I get your information, keep you updated, and start a relationship?
Yeah.
So this will help you build your sphere. And, you know, I think private messaging people on your Facebook is a really, really great idea. I think Chris has been doing it. So I have like over 2,000 people on my Facebook, right? My personal one. And I don't have like half of, not even, I probably don't even have a quarter of their information in my database or data bank, right? I need to do that. So I'm telling you guys, but I need to do it too. I'm just like, wow, I could just message someone, hey, can I get your email address? And if their physical address is not there, but a lot of times if you look in the about section, they have their phone number, they have their address, and then you can message them and just say, can I grab your email address? Huh?
It's like a personal database for a lot of people.
Right? So I would say, you know, if you can capture those, and then you can just call them with some information about the market. Use the things we got on our team meeting on Wednesday or Tuesday, or what the heck was it? When was our last team meeting? I don't even know.
Okay.
But you know, they have the stats of what's going on, how many are listed and sold, and you can, you know, just say, I just want you to know it's still a thriving market. Or, you know, hey, do you need anybody? You need a landscaper? Find a landscaper that you're like, hey, I'm going to call my database and ask them if they need a landscaper. Can I give them your info and you'll take good care of them? Good way to make a phone call. Everybody needs one right now. But what does anybody want to do? We're at 9:12. I should probably jump off because if someone else needs this Zoom.
Hey, Lisa, can I talk to you for a moment afterwards?
Sure. Do you want to give me a call?
Sure.
Okay.
So Lisa, can you share your number with me too, please?
You know what? I'll put my number right here somewhere. Where's my chat? I don't even know where to chat in here. Oh, where is it? More chat. I don't even know where that went. That.
I know, I can't think of it.
It just goes away. Why is it going away? A minute.
Is it at the bottom of your screen?
It's not right now, maybe because I'm on this. So let me just stop my share. And maybe stop share. Aha, I think this might work. This is, yeah. And, oh, make it easier. 6. And, that one goes, that's an email address, it's easy. So I hope everyone, you know, feels comfortable getting on the phone and having these scripts in front of them, you know, and I'll continue to have them, I'll post some on that site so that you have some place that you can go and get them. And if you're like, hey, I need a script for whatever, if you put, you know, post something in there, and I'm not really sure because I really haven't done much of a group page except for my own personal and business Facebook. So if you can write things in there, let me know and I'll try to find a script and put that up for you.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. Margaret, I just want to let you know that that guy in Southie, I haven't heard back from him. He said he was painting and I want to go over there and I want to go with you and like walk through because you know the area so well. So
Let me know, I'm ready.
Okay, I'll try. I'm going to work on getting a hold of him again today.
Okay, good. Thank you so much, Lisa.
Thanks,
Bye,
guys.
everybody.
Thank you.
And please leave me comments, give me, you know, whatever you guys want. I really want to do the best, you know, the best I can for everybody. So let
Thank
me know
you.
what works.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
See ya.